So a huge problem that our backend is having is the fact that the nodes are not filtered at all. If you go to the view and to the method that is offering the nodes, we are querying all the nodes from the DB, converting it again and offering to the UI. At all the nodes, not the nodes for Ruby, TODO, or admin, or a specific user. We are just getting all the nodes from DB. It doesn't matter which user you are. You are going to get all the nodes. Let me explain it to you. Activate the environment, go into the backend, and let's create a user. Python manage.py create super user, and let's call it user, just user. Sorry, create super user, call it user, add the password and whatever. Let's run the server. Just to remember, our node is containing the user parameter, which means that a node is having, it's created for a specific user. And let's go to the admin dashboard. If we go to the users, we have a user named Robe. That's the first user that I created, and the user that we just created now. All the nodes are for the user Robbie. Okay, why? Because it's the first user created, it's having the ID 1. When we were creating a node, we specifically said, okay, create the node for the user with the ID 1. So by default, the nodes are for the user Robbie. And that's okay, because that's not how it should work. How we can solve it? That's the idea. We need to specifically get the user that is logged in. Let's say that I'm logged in as the user. I create a node. The node should be created for this user. I'm logged in as Robbie. I create a node. The node should be created for Robbie. I log in as Fodor. The nodes that are going to be queried for me should be for Fodor. And let me show this to you. Firstly, what I want to change is Django works with the username, so the login and the token and so on is validated with the username, not the email. So we need to specifically say where we have email. Okay, we are not requesting for the email. We want you to offer for us the username, not the email. So the Django doesn't work the email. She wants the username to validate everything. Let's leave the name like that. And here username. Okay. Let's run the UI. And I'm going to show this to you. Okay. I will log out. I will log in as Robbie. So remember, I need to offer the username. Okay, not the email, the username. Log in. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes. In the application, I'm storing the token, refresh, and the user for Robbie. You can see the nodes. I log out. I log in as the user that I just created. I see the same nodes, and that's a huge problem because I'm another user. I don't want to see these nodes. One thing that we can do, like I have another user connected. From what you can see, it's another access, it's another refresh token, it's another user stored. So how we can solve this? Well, it's pretty simple. We just need to go into the backend and say, okay, remember from last videos, we are sending the token. So for each request of the backend, we are sending this access token. And with the access token, we can get the user. So let's say user equal request.user. I'm in the post method. I'm getting the user. And now, okay, I want to create this node for the user logged in. So let's say that I create a node. this endpoint is getting called. I get the user, the one that is logged in, okay, not the ID, the one with ID 1. We get the data, the title of the node, description, okay, we add into the data dictionary, okay. The data is having the title, description, and we are offering the user.id. So you need to understand that we are offering the token, and with the token, with the command request.user, we can query the user. So the Django can take the ID from the token, go to the DB, and query. And now we are creating the node for a specific user. And on the get, we are not going to query all the nodes. We are getting the user and say, okay, get all the nodes with the user equal to this user that is currently logged in. So we are saying, okay, get me the nodes for this specific user. And that's it. Now, if I refresh, I don't see any nodes because the user doesn't have any nodes. When we are creating the token, we are offering the username. So in the UI part, source app, let's go to auth, and we have handle login request. Let's say that we log in, we decode the token, and let's just add the username too from the token. I need to change something? No, that's fine. And I will just log out, log in again as Robbie. And let's say that I added Robbie here. How I did that? I did it before the video. In the home screen, I just deleted the node title and added user.username. If you remember, we get this user from the local storage, which is having the email ID and the username that we just added right now. And offering it in the UI, just printing user.username. The idea is that now we are filtering the nodes for Robbie. Let's log out again, connect with the other user. And let's create a node. So add a node, user, random node, filtered node. Go back and we can see it, okay? I have it. If I log out, log in as Robbie, I don't have that node because it's not Robbie's node, it's user node. If I log out and log in again with the user, I have the user nodes. Okay, so now we are filtering the nodes by the user, we are creating the nodes by the user, and that's it. That's all. Another problem that we are going to encounter is the fact that our token will expire in 5 minutes. Let's say 1 minute. Let's log out so we can get another token. Okay, so I got another token. Everything works fine. I can query the nodes, but this token is going to expire in 1 minute. I'm going to be back in 1 minute. Okay, I hope that 1 minute passed. Let's refresh. Oh, come on. 1 minute should have passed. Okay, here we go. Where are the nodes? Let's see the network. So I'm refreshing, nothing comes. Why? Because the endpoint is saying given token not valid for any token type, token not valid, blah, 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 blah. Because it expired, okay? But we can get another one. In the application, if I get the refresh token and go into the Swagger, we have API login and refresh. And for this endpoint, if you offer the refresh token, execute, we get another access and refresh token, fresh ones, so valid ones. And we just need to replace the invalid ones with the valid ones. So, like, every 5 minutes why 5 minutes? The token expires in 5 minutes. So let's say every 3 to 4 minutes should be good enough. So let's go into the front end, source, app, and right here let's make a use effect, and somewhere just say a function get new token pairs. This should be an async one. Okay, this should be an async one, and I said every 3 or 4 minutes we're going to call this use effect, but we can have first login, set first login. This is going to be a state. Initially will be true. And let's say that this endpoint, it's getting the refresh token and it's offering it into the backend right here to this endpoint, and it's offering us a new access refresh token and replaces the old ones with the new ones. This is what this function is going to do. And when we want to do that, so when we want to replace the token, let's say that I close the computer, I log in right now, so it's my first login. The token is going to be expired, so I can't wait 4 minutes to call for the new token. So exactly, first login, just get new token and set first login false. So I log in first time. So first login is true. Instantly we need to get new tokens because the user can't wait 4 minutes. Else we are going to make an interval, and this interval will repeat every 3 to 4 minutes. So interval equal to set interval, which is just a function, and it's going to be called every, let's say, 4 minutes. So every 4 minutes we want to call this endpoint, or every 3 minutes, just to be sure. So now this function should just call the one from the above, so get new token pairs. So in the set interval, say get new token pair, and we need to clear the interval. That's just something that you need to do, and that's it. So if we first log in, we get a new token and an access token. So the ones from the local storage are going to be replaced with valid ones instantly. And if I'm just on the application, the time passes every 3 to 4 minutes. We just want to call the get new token pairs every 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, let's hit save, and we can just say console log first time and console log not first time. And now let's make the get new token pair logic. It's just getting, let's say, try catch, and from the local storage we need to get the refresh token like this. The endpoint asks for the refresh token, and let's just paste the endpoint. So copy this one, paste it right here like this, and pass the data. And now the response should contain the access token and refresh token, an access and the refresh one. And let's decode it. So decoded equal to JWT decode. This one needs to be imported right here. I forgot a bracket, I think. Anyway, we decoded, and it should have email, ID, and username. We are going to replace this user, so this data. So local storage dot set item user to store, the same that we did in the login section, and replace the access and the refresh one. Let me see where I forgot a bracket. So the use effect. Here on the get new token pair. And on the try for the catch, we get the exception, and let's say that we console log it, and should be just fine. JWT needs to be imported, and we need the Axios too. Okay, you can see them right here. Let's add the console log right here, like this, and let's log out. Log in as Robbie. We have the data, everything's fine. Where I'm console logging the token. Let's see, console log. Somewhere I'm console logging the token. Let's delete this one. I'm just deleting random console logs. Okay, anyway, we should have seen for first time, so you can see them. I don't know where I'm console logging the token, but it doesn't matter. You can see the console log. So I refresh, or let's say that I close the computer, blah, blah, blah. The token expires. I'm going back. So the token should be expired, but instantly we got a new access token. Application, network application, and everything should be fine. Let's test this one. The console we have the first time, and we need to see if every 3 minutes, around 3 or 4 minutes, we are requesting for another token. So I'm going to wait for like 3 minutes and come back. So I just got bored to wait, so let's just add like 1,000 and wait, and you can see that it's getting cold. Not first time, not first time, not first time. And you can just edit back the multiplication with 60, and it's going to take a while, like 1 minute, and multiply with 3 for around 3 minutes, and it works just fine. The refresh is getting called, we get a new access and refresh token, and the user successfully remains logged in. That's it with the application. We got on end, we are filtering the nodes, we are updating the nodes, we are creating data, deleting data. We have the possibility to register the users. Let's just create another user, sign up. That's not okay. Let's fix that real quick. We see the network, sign up. It's getting the login instantly. Why? Because when we click sign up, is triggering the handle login request because we have the type of submit. We need to close this one. refresh a bit. Let me just see the network. Okay, sign up, sign in. The sign in is getting called now. So the same, down for the sign in, we need to remove the type submit, because you're clicking sign up to turn the login part, but it's triggering the form. Now it's fine. Okay, let's create an account. Test user, I don't know, 5519, test user 5519, click register, enter a valid email address. Let's see in the backend. So firstly, we made the logic for the email, but let's see what we are sending. In the auth, we need to make a bit of changes, because we removed the email and added the username part. And let's copy this one, add it down again, so we can add an email too. The name for this one is going to be username. Here type email and email. And up, for the login we are going to use only the username, for the register the email and the username. And when we are registering the data, so handle register request, email, password 2, and username, that target the username, that value. Now should work just fine. Let me just refresh, sign up, email, random email. The username should be just random username, a random password. Click register, password must match, thank you. At least we are having the proper validation. Okay, we have the success message. So let's say that if we got the success, so error and not success, or success and not error. Here I handle register request, set success, set error, false, and if we have error, set success to false. Let me do it again. Sign up, admin, click register. So we got only success. If I click again register, we got only the error. Okay, that's good. And if I click sign in, I forgot the credentials. In the beginning, I said, okay, I know that Django uses username. We want to use email. Let's delete this one and let the flow go. I don't want to force the Node application to use the username as an email or something like this. So just let's use both email and username. So when we create the user, we get the password. I added here username too. We get the password too, the password. Now should work just fine. If I print data right here, I want to see what we are offering when we want to register the user. So let's real quick create one. Sign up, user to create around yahoo.com, user to create a password. I still want to see your network. So register, it works just fine. Let's try and sign in directly from the Swagger firstly. So the the username and the password. And I click execute, and it worked. Okay, now it works. So let's get the username and the password, and it worked. Okay, so it's fine. So we can create the user, we can add a new node right here. So the user with the name user to create is having this node. I forgot that in the beginning, I didn't want it to make the register to use the username. But it's better like this. Why? Because Django is working with the username, not with the email. So now when we are creating a user, we want to request for the username too, not only for the email. So sign up will now ask for the username, and in the sign in we are going to use the username to login, not the email, because Django doesn't work like this and I don't want to hard code it. So just delete the line where we are saying okay, the email is going to be equal to username. No, they are going to be different, and add the username on the post and on the put method too. We haven't used the put method, but it's good to have it here. But from what I can see, we have it. So that's it. We can register, log in, sign up, log out, create node, update node, delete nodes. For a little application, it's good enough. Hope you enjoy it.